সাহিত্য সঙ্গীত কলাবিহীন সাক্ষাৎ পশুপুচ্ছ বিষাণহীন তৃণঙ্গ খাদনপি জীবমানস্তদ্ভাগদয়ং পরম পশুনাম। Namaste. Myself, Dr. Sinha, President, Bishnupriya Manipuri Sahitya Parishad, a literary wings of Bishnupriya Manipuri Mahasabha, a registered organization, registered under Society Registration Act 1965-66 by Honorable ex-MLA late Nandakishore Sinha, the then President and General Secretary, Principal G.C. Gurucharan College, Bimal Sinha. In 1965-66 registered Mahasabha in the name of Bishnupriya Manipuri Mahasabha. The constitution of the Mahasabha was framed by Dr. K.P. Sinha, late K.P. Sinha was the former professor of Guwahati University and professor of Tripura University and former dean of Rabindranath Tagore School of Language and Cultural Studies, Assam University. He was the first research scholar in Bishnupriya Manipuri language, secured PhD degree in 1968 on his thesis, a study on Bishnupriya Manipuri language. I have been elected as president of Bishnupriya Manipuri Sahitya Parishad Central Committee. तो Bishnupriya Manipuri Mahasabha, the registered Mahasabha, held on 12 January 2023 at Kochudaram, Silchar. Being a president of Bishnupriya Manipuri Sahitya Parishad, I have some responsibility to do something for the literature, for the development of Bishnupriya Manipuri language. I shall not lecture in length, but to highlight some topics which can help the renowned educationalists, government personalities and linguists of Assam, which are facing some problems created by some unwanted persons in a conspiracy against our smooth running and enlightenment of our language. My lecture is based on the truth and real identity and development of Bishnupriya Manipuri language. From the viewpoints, number one, Bishnupriya Manipuri language is a language of Northeast India. Our Sanskrit language has four natural language, that is mother tongues, at the time of Sanskrit. One is Magadhi Prakrit, Saurasani Prakrit, Maharashtri Prakrit, and Paisasi Prakrit. The Northeast is based on Magadhi Prakrit, including Bihar, Odisha, the neighboring states like Bihar, Odisha, Manipur, Assam, Tripura, etc. So, Dr. K.P. Sinha, who was the father of Bishnupriya Manipuri linguistic study, Dr. Banikanto Kakoti is the father of Assamese linguistic study. Dr. Suniti Kumar Chatterjee is the father of Bengali linguistic study. In Bishnupriya Manipuri language, there is none but only Dr. K.P. Sinha is the recognized PhD degree holder in Bishnupriya Manipuri language. He established that Bishnupriya Manipuri is the sister language of Assamese, Bengali, Oriya. That is, Bishnupriya Manipuri has developed with the process of development of Assamese, Bengali, and Oriya. So, while we are speaking Assamese and while we are speaking Bengalis and Bishnupriya Manipuri, we can easily understand the Assamese language. We can easily understand the Oriya language. We can easily understand the Bengali language. In Bishnupriya Manipuri, there are some Meitei words from Manipur. If we avoid these Meitei words, Bishnupriya Manipuri 99% words can be understood by Assamese, Bengali, Oriya people. So, scientific study on the basis of linguistic study, Dr. K.P. Sinha, through his research work, established that Bishnupriya Manipuri language is a sister language of Assamese, Bengali, and Oriya. So, in our master degree class, in linguistic class, Thaneshwar Sharma of Guwahati University used to taught us that Bishnupriya Manipuri is a Magadhi Prakrit language. Assamese is a Magadhi Prakrit language and Bengali is a Magadhi Prakrit. This is a university also teaches us that Bishnupriya Manipuri is a Magadhi Prakrit language. I have found in the training centers books of NCRT, SCRT of Assam, where I have read that the teachers are taught that Bishnupriya Manipuri is a Magadhi Prakrit language. So, in Bishnupriya Manipuri, 149 teachers has been appointed by the government of Assam under a process of training center. The training center was established by the government of Assam. The training center is already permitted by the government of Assam, and that training center was and in that training center there was principal Dr. K.P. Sinha. I was also a teacher of the training center, and in these courses we have taught that Bishnupriya Manipuri language is a Magadhi Prakrit language. So the process is going on. Whenever at the starting time of literary works, one who is called the Lekham Sena, the father of Bishnupriya Manipuri poetry, and the father of Renaissance of Bishnupriya Manipuri Society, Kulananda Gitiswami, and the Rabindranath Tagore of Bishnupriya Manipuri Society, Kavi Bajendra Kumar Singh, and many others. Before 1971, there was no problem in Bishnupriya Manipuri. Every writers including Jagatmohan Sinha, Gopinath Sinha, the problem creators also used to write a common spelling of Bishnupriya Manipuri language. But the Bishnupriya Manipuris are the extreme OBC community. The mind of the OBC communities are not only suffering from poverty and on others things, but also suffering from psychologically. Because in OBC community, if someone developed, the others will turn down. Though in 19 since the time of before the awareness of Dr. K.P. Sinha as the PhD in Bishnupriya Manipuri language, there was no problem. But some people made conspiracy against Dr. K.P. Sinha and used the body Nikhil Bishnupriya Manipuri Sahitya Parishad and declared that Bishnupriya Manipuri language has some spelling problems, and the Bishnupriya Manipuri language is the family language of Sarosani Prakrit. So, in this point, the society is divided into two sections: intellectual sections, the writer sections. The most of the writers and most of the peoples are in favor of the normal writings of our literature, but some people organized themselves and make some disturbances in the society and created many problems in our language, and that is this problem has now become a very serious one. Now the Assam government has introduced a purpose fund to develop Bishnupriya Manipuri language through our organization. Suddenly, a organization named Nikhil Bishnupriya Manipuri Sahitya Parishad Assam was formed within a very short time to enjoy the purpose fund and claim themselves as the Jatiyo Sangathon, as the national organization of Bishnupriya Manipuri community, and they registered themselves in 2020 and 21 and collected huge an amount of 3 crores and 80 lakhs from the government, and they started conspiracy how to condemn the natural development of the literary system, and they produced some books which are against the ongoing development of our literature. So, Nikhil Bishnupriya Manipuri Mahasabha and I myself, being the president of Nikhil Bishnupriya Manipuri Sahitya Parishad, we complain it to the government and to judge it in legal and other formalities, so that the Bishnupriya Manipuri writers should not be deprived from publishing their books. So, if these organizations carry on their publishing works, then there will be the destruction of many jewel writings of our society, the writings of Dr. K.P. Sinha, Bajendra Kumar Sinha, Bidan Sinha, Shruti Kumar Sinha, Indra Kumar Sinha, Ashwini Kumar Sinha, and many writers contributed many writings, including Gokulananda Gitiswami, the father of Bishnupriya Manipuri Renaissance, will be deprived as they are against the writing system of the above the earlier mentioned literary works. So I have delivered my lecture in English only because to share these viewpoints to the government personalities and intellectuals so that they can judge the matter, and our organization should also take necessary actions against these misleadings of the literary development of our society. Number one, there are linguistic is a science. It is a research work. In our society, linguistic research was done by only Dr. Capucina. There is none other than Capucina. But those persons who are against Dr. Capucina, who are doing evil deeds against Capucina, has no any research work. They have no any research writings. They are simply opposite. So the government personalities and others should come forward to judge this matter. And in our writings, we say that in Assamese there are some words, Aryan words, which cannot be multiplied in their own language. That is the word Bharat. If we are uttering Bharat, but we cannot write, it should be write Bha, not Ba. Chhatra, although we utter the word as Dantesha, but we should write it Cha. That is, this is a Aryan language. Aryan language should not be translated or misused by our vernacular languages. So Assamese writers, Bengali writers, and Uriya writers, Bishnupriya Manipuri writers also using the Aryan words followed by Aryan's origin and development. So the word Radha, we utter it as Radha, but we should not write Radha. We should not write Thayakare Tha, Radha, but we should write Radha. We utter the word Krishna, not at Krishna, but we utter the word Krishna, but we should not write it Karasikare Ki, but we should write it Kairikare Ki. So Aryan words should not be translated or diverted only because of your fault of utterings. So Assamese people, Bengali writers, Uriya writers, Bishnupriya Manipuri writers, every writers, although Northeast, the tongue of Northeast, the pronouns of the Northeast, the phonetic system of the Northeast are not actually uttering the Sanskrit words. That is Swami. We are uttering Swami, but we are not writing Sami, but we are writing Swami. So this problem created by some people that we should write according to phonics, according to utterings. If we are going to write according to utterings, then there will be problem, because these words are not your own words. It is the development of the Sanskrit words. So you should have to protect the original Sanskrit meaning. This is the problem. So now the major problem we are facing is the writings of Ache. In Assamese, the spelling of Ache, A-Chayakare-Che. In Bengali, it is not diverted. Assamese Ache, Bengali Ache, Bishnupriya Manipuri Ache. This was equal because the word Ache is grammatically developed by Suniti Kumar Chatterjee, grammatically developed by Banikanto Kakoti, and it is grammatically developed by Dr. Capucina. So, if some Bishnupriya Manipuri people, that is Nikhil Bishnupriya Manipuri Sahitya Parishad Assam, has handed over the productive fund to the unjustified and to the people, that is led by Lakshindra Kumar Sinha. He himself is not a linguist. He has no quality. He simply writes something. But he declared that he himself is a linguistic. He himself has composed a dictionary. But before long years, before 10 to 20 years, Dr. K.P. Sinha published Dictionary of Bishnupriya Manipuri by Bishnupriya Manipuri Sahitya Sabha and Etymological Dictionary. So, my appeal to the society that this problem should go to the scholar, because linguistic study is a scholar study. It is not a mere thing. The scholar study, research work should be studied by the research scholars. So, Nikhil Bishnupriya Manipuri Sahitya Parishad, Assam, being a president of that organization, which is under the umbrella of Nikhil Bishnupriya Manipuri Mahasabha, appeal the government, appeal the intellectuals, appeal the young generation of Bishnupriya Manipuri society that there should be a seminar where Assam Sahitya Sabha, Bongo Sahitya Parishad also will be invited, and some scholar, linguistic scholars of Assam University, Tezpur University, Dibrugarh University, Guwahati University. There was a department of linguistics in Assam University. There is a department of linguistics in Guwahati University. So my request, being a president of Nikhil Bishnupriya Manipuri Sahitya Parishad, to the government, this video should be viral. So this video should be shared to the person to person, that the community, microscopic community, which has developed this language and culture in a long day sacrifice by some writers, they should not be vanished by the unwanted persons, giving funds to the unwanted persons. Nikhil Bishnupriya Manipuri Sahitya Parishad and Nikhil Bishnupriya Manipuri Mahasabha, I request the Mahasabha of two groups that intellectual matters should. Mahasabha is a organization. Now they are divided, but one day they will be united. But Sahitya Parishad, literary works, is an intellectual work, academic work. It should be solved in academic way. It should not be politicalized. It should not be it's colored by groupism. It is an academic thing. Academic things should be solved in academic way. I request that Nikhil Bishnupriya Manipuri Sahitya Parishad, using unwanted situation, situation created a problem which is going to the destruction of our society, our literary works. So my lecture, I shall not long it, and this is only my request that this should be academic based, academic discussions. We are open. Nikhil Bishnupriya Manipuri Sahitya Parishad, being a president of that organization, I respect Dr. Shri Kumar Sinha, president of Sahitya Sabha, and Dr. Harendra Sinha, general secretary of Sahitya Sabha, and other intellectuals that should come forward, and we should unite ourselves that this academic problem should be solved in academic way, so that this problem can be solved. So I request all, and I shall be happy if our young generations and our educational personalities come forward to solve this problem. This is an academic system, academic problem. It should be discussed in academic way, and it should be solved in academic way. Thank you. Hare Krishna. Long live Bishnupriya Manipuri Bhasha, long live, and Bishnupriya Manipuri Sahitya Parishad, long live, Bishnupriya Manipuri Sahitya Sabha, long live. Hare Krishna.